This question's for Bobby. What attributes, putting your trainer's hat on, what attributes does a fighter need to beat a Josh Taylor?
You have to see.
Well, not talking in particular.
He still has to beat Baranchuk.
Yeah.
Well, not talking in particular to your fighter, but in your mindset, what does a fighter need to do?
He has holes. Everybody has holes. My job is to sit down and break him down, which I like doing that. So I watch so much tape on Relikh that I hated watching him. But I mean, he's good. Relikh was good. Josh Taylor's good. Baranchuk's good. But you know, Regis can do everything. He can adjust to every situation. So it's me sitting down and we work on. Regis doesn't watch any tape, but me sitting down watching the tape and breaking down little stuff that he does, and trying to capitalize on it, which Regis did tonight with Relikh. So now I go, whoever wins the next fight, I sit down and watch 10 million hours of tape.
Boxing officer Kalle Sauerland. I would like to start with you, Kalle, for your words on this performance today we saw from Regis Prograis in the super lightweight semi-final.
Just guarding the gold there. Just really one word, masterclass. Just put out on Twitter. I mean, that was probably one of the most impressive statements I've ever seen in a professional boxing ring. At a level, I mean, let's not forget, it wasn't a sparring partner, it wasn't a bum, it wasn't a journeyman, it was Kiryl Relikh, WBA super champion. I know there's another WBC champion running about, but his last performances haven't been great. Tonight, Regis showed what Lou's been telling me for a very long time, Lou and Sam. What'd you say? I mean, whether you look at the head movements, there was one where, I think it was the second or third round, where it was bouncing about. You could do that with a rope, but you don't do that with a human being who's a world champion. Then in the footwork, incredible. He got into the body early, touched him twice, put him down with the third time to the body. Second round, Relikh comes out, there's almost a plate there, which he has to do, and he goes to the head, brings the hands up, he goes back to the body. It was a boxing masterclass. You've got to give credit to Kiryl Relikh that he stuck in there with so much heart for so long, because it was a brutal masterclass. There's really not much else I can say to it apart from whoever the other finalist is, whether it's the IBF champ Baranchuk, whether it's Josh Taylor. We're in for one hell of a treat as boxing fans. It's going to be show-stopping, but mind-boggling. In other words, even as a promoter, I'm a bit lost for words tonight. Absolutely sensational.
Thank you, Kalle. A masterclass performance. Regis Prograis, you're the world champion now. You're in the final. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling wonderful. You know, first off, it was Bobby's birthday, so everybody say happy birthday. Happy birthday. So I had to give him a nice little birthday present, get the world championship on his birthday, and you know, I did in the sixth round. So I'm you know, to answer your question, I'm feeling wonderful. You know, this is a dream come true. I started late. I started boxing when I was 17, and you know, ever since I started, you know, I wanted to be a world champion. Ever since everybody started, they want to be a world champion, and I'm a world champion. That's, you know, it's crazy right now.
Yeah, you dreamt about it, and you talked about it. It's about legacy. No one will ever be able to take this away from you. It must be a really big thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can't never take it away from me. You know, I'm in the history. You know, legacy never dies. That's what I got on my hat. You know, this forever. This is my legacy. You know, and I'm glad I did it here in Lafayette. You know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the biggest fight that ever happened in this city. So I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it here.
Thank you, Regis. Bobby, happy birthday, and yeah, you must be thrilled right now.
Absolutely. I mean, nobody's gonna beat this kid. He's got everything. He's got defense, offense, and he can punch. Tonight's really the first night he put everything together, you know. So and Relikh's a class act. Relikh told me, I went back in the locker room, take a picture with him. Relikh says, "Tell Regis I'm sorry for hitting him after the bell." Who says that? Most of the fighters like, I didn't hit him after the bell. It wasn't low or whatever. But what a classy guy, man.
Thank you. Lou, let's hear from you. What are your thoughts right now?
Well, first of all, happy birthday to Bobby. And I've known Bobby since he's a kid, and he's become one of the very best trainers in the entire sport, and one of the best trainers in the world. And now, I said this to him in the ring, you have a once-in-a-lifetime fighter. And, you know, I've been privileged to work with some great fighters. Bernard Hopkins, one of them, Jermaine Taylor in his prime, and Sergio Martinez, who's going to go into the Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. And I think that Regis Prograis, I can speak his name in that same company. I think this kid has special talent. If he doesn't want to get hit, he's impossible to hit. But he loves to fight, and he likes to hurt his opponents when he likes to take openings when he sees them. He's a fan-friendly fighter. He's exciting as they come. It's a privilege to promote you, bro.
Thank you.
And Chico, that was the right thing to do. It's great to see a trainer do the right thing, and this man here is a warrior, and he would have kept going, and you did what you had to do. And Kiryl, thank you for. And this is what the World Boxing Super Series is all about: establishing who's the best. And tonight we made a further step in the 140-pound division in establishing who's the best. And the final of this, in my mind, the final of this tournament will define already who the best 40-pound fighter is. It's only going to be a formality after that.
Thanks, Lou. And we are joined by trainer Chico and Kiryl Relikh. Kiryl, what are your feelings right now? You lost your belt. You gave all you had, but what are your feelings right now?
I'm not happy. This is today, not my day. I don't know what happened. I'm not tired. I'm not taking over. I don't know what happened. Regis, thanks. Good fight. Sorry. This is fight. I have to stop. Please.
No, don't worry, man. You were tough as
Today,
shit.
not my day. Sorry.
Chico, what went wrong from your perspective?
Like you said, today was not his night. Nothing taken away from the champ. Great fight. Bobby, I go with Bobby long back. We have a very good relationship with the whole team. All my respect to the whole team, and well deserved as a champion. But again, it wasn't his night. You know, like anything happens to all the fighters. It wasn't his night, and you know, and Bobby knows this. That when you care for a fighter as much as we work with these fighters and we are around them all the time, you know, it's not his night. You don't let him get a beating. We fight another day, and you know, I think that was the right thing to do. And again, when was the night, we move on to the next day. Not taking nothing away from the champ. He came to do his job. He did it great. That's why he has that belt around his waist. And again, congratulations to the whole team. You know, well deserved. Bobby, happy birthday, brother. You know, a lot of love and respect for you. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Chico. Regis, who do you prefer to face in the final? Ivan Baranchyk or Josh Taylor?
To be honest, it really don't matter. It don't matter who the winner. That's why I prefer to face the winner, you know, because the winner is the better person, I guess, right? So for me, it don't matter. Even Ivan Baranchyk or Josh Taylor, for me, it doesn't matter. If I had to pick who's gonna win that fight, I think I would lean more towards Josh Taylor. And I think I want to fight him a little more than Baranchyk. But at the end of the day, it don't matter. Fight either one of them.
Thanks, Regis. Let's take some questions from the floor.
Kiryl, in the first round, it appeared you lowered your guard, turned away from Regis. What happened at that moment? Was there a command given? Did you hear something that caused you to drop your guard and turn away?
Yes, this is good. good punch. I don't know. This is very good punch. You know, but I'm staying and fighting.
Regis, when you saw that happen, what was going through your mind when you saw that opening?
You talk about when I hit him in the first round?
Yeah, that was first or second round?
First round when I dropped him, I was like, damn, I got it. I thought it was about to be over, but he got back up. It was a tough body shot to get back up from, but he got back up, and the fight went on.
Regis, do you think this was your most complete performance that you've had?
No, I don't think so. I think I did better in some other fights, to be honest. I keep telling people, I keep doing different things every fight. I'm gonna keep proving people. You can't, just like Bobby said, I think I'm a trainer's nightmare to study, because you can't study me. I can do so many different things. The only thing I can't do is turn right-handed. That's it. And I don't care about doing that shit anyway. If people saw my video, I can't turn right-handed, but I can, as a southpaw, you cannot, they can't do what I can do. I can do anything in the ring. Whatever I feel like doing, I'm the boss. Every time I get in there, I'm the boss. So I know that I can do so many other things, you know, and even like when I'm in the gym, when I'm sparring, I do so many other different things. It's like, whatever I feel like doing, I'm gonna do it. So, to answer your question, nah, I think I had better performances.
Regis Prograis, TBA Boxing Talk. First off, congratulations on your victory tonight. And one thing that you talk about a lot, if you watch your videos, you speak about your legacy. And that's a lot of things that's gravitating a lot of fans to you. Can you tell everybody why legacy is so important to you?
Because it's like, you know, once everything is, once we all dead and gone, I'll still be there. You know, it's for me, I think I'm chasing immortality, basically. So I'm a student of the game, and I study all those great fighters, all the way from, you know, you talking about like Joe Gans and Jack Johnson, and, you know, just all Sugar Ray Robinson. All those people are dead, they dust and ashes right now. We still talking about them. So for me, that's, you know, that's what I'm working towards. You know, and your goals change. So when I first started boxing, that kind of, I think my goal was to be like the best fighter in New Orleans at the time, and then my goals just keep changing. So now, I think I can become like, you know, one of my idols, basically.
So one thing I seen from you this week leading up to the fight, you was at with the kids. You don't see a lot of fighters in their community like that. Can you tell me about that experience that you had with the kids this week?
Yeah, it was perfect. You know, it's good. I do that type of stuff. Of course, give inspiration to the kids and stuff. The main thing is because I didn't have the inspiration growing up in New Orleans, like as far as like fighters and stuff. So I go to the kids and I want them to feel me. I want them to touch me and see they can do it too, and maybe even become even better than me. And of course, I tell them all, like, you don't have to be a fighter. You don't even have to be an athlete. But, you know, I hang around a lot of very, very rich, wealthy people, and I'm like the only fighter, you know. So I want them to have, and they, you know, basically have that confidence to what they can, you know, they can do it too. Because, you know, where I come from, you know, you don't see a lot of that. So that's why I go to the kids and I talk to them and I tell them, you know, like, you know, you can do the same thing. I'm just like you. I just work really hard. But I do feel like I'm kind of special. I'm not gonna lie.
Regis, you talk about sometimes you choose when the fight starts what you want to do. Was being defensive tonight, was that in your mind? Hey, I want to show what I can do on defense.
Yeah, effort, like coming out, yeah, I just felt like, yeah, let me just go, because Bobby was like, man, don't get touched the first round. And I don't think I did, except, you know, the punch after the bell. So I just felt like, let me go be slippery and stuff like that, and just, you know, like don't get caught. And after that, I felt like it was working. That's what I just kept doing, I guess.
How far away did you feel like you were ending the fight when it was stopped?
I didn't think it was, well, I don't know, because he was bleeding pretty bad, but at the same time, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was having fun. I was in there just boxing, having fun, and I wanted to catch him with something a little harder to like stop the fight, but it didn't come.
And having Ray up there with you to do the fight?
Yeah, that was cool.
Tell me about where that came from.
My team, Strictly Business, they was like, yeah, let's bring our Ray and you know, come to the fight with the little Ruru mask and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, that's a real good idea. They come up with some real good ideas, and you know, that's where they came from.
The start of the sixth, you seem back there. The start of the sixth, you seem to focus more on body blows early. Was that decided between the rounds, or was that in the moment? In the moment. Everything for me is in the moment. It's all instinct for me. So if I see something open, I'm gonna take it. And yeah, that was, for me, it was just all in the moment. Bobby was telling me, you know, go this body a little more and stuff, but, you know, for me, everything is in the moment. But I saw him, I was kind of worried and stuff, because I know he is strong. He caught my ass with that, you know, the punch after the bell, so I was like, yeah, this motherfucker kind of strong. So I was like, you know, I ain't really want to get hit by him and stuff. But yeah, I was just picking my shots, and it was just all in the moment. Lafayette's Pride fighter was in attendance, Daniel Cormier. I know you talked a little bit about Daniel. How cool was it to perform like that in front of a legend?
It is perfect, you know. It's for me, I'm like flying right now. I'm all in the dream right now. You pinch me or something like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Champ, congratulations, first of all. When this tournament is over, who's on your radar for this?
So I'm thinking 2 more fights at 140, then go up to 147. So of course the next fight in the tournament, and then after that, either Maurice Hooker or Ramirez. From maybe it'll be more likely to Ramirez, unless them two fight each other for unification, and then I'll fight the winner of those two. But most likely, like I said, whoever offers me the best deal, basically. I think, but maybe Ramirez, because he has a bigger fan base.
So when you look at them two, who you think the better fighter, Maurice or Ramirez?
Hooker, he pulls off a lot of upsets. He's a real good fight. Let me take that back. I don't really think he's that good, to be honest. But at the same time, could he beat Ramirez?
Maybe.
I don't know. It is a possibility because he does go in people's backyards and he beats them. He went over to Bob Flanagan. He beat him, and then he beat Salcedo in his hometown. So, but Ramirez is a come forward fight. He's gonna keep bringing. So that'll be interesting. That'll be a real interesting fight. I really think it'll be a 50-50 fight. But of course, if it happens in Fresno, then Ramirez will get it. We know that.
Champ, let me ask you this. Mikey Garcia recently vacated the lightweight WBC title and talked about having fights at maybe 140 or 147. Is that a fight you would welcome at 140 or maybe even 147 as your first fight?
Definitely. Yeah, I think I was saying this probably like not a year ago, not that long ago, but I was saying that I think me and Mikey Garcia fight will probably be one of the biggest fights in boxing, in about 18 months. And I said that, a few months ago or something like that. So yeah, I think that'll be a real big fight. Like I said, for me, I think 2 more fights at 140. So either finish this tournament out and then Mikey Garcia go that route, or whatever, because it's gonna be a whole bunch of money sitting on the table for me. So we'll see.
You mentioned the punch after the bell. It looked like it caught you pretty solid. How solid was that punch? What was your mindset going into the next round?
It got me like boom, So it wasn't going to the next round. I was all cleared up already, It just caught me off guard, and that was it. But it was hard. I felt this power he can hit, So that's why I was just like, I gotta watch him and stuff like that. That's all. But yeah, he just called me, right after the bell, and it was all right. I took it.
How pissed off were you after that shot?
I wasn't pissed off. I wasn't pissed off at all. I was just like, shit, I can't let him do it again to me. That's all. I wasn't pissed off. I don't think he did it on purpose. He even said sorry. He told Bobby sorry. So I don't think that, he didn't do it on purpose. It's a fight. At the end of the day, people don't realize we're fighters, So sometimes the referee might get in the way and stuff, and while you're throwing punches in, that's cool. It is what it is. But I wasn't pissed off. I just had to go out the next round and keep doing my thing. That's all.
So would you be at 24-0 with 20 knockouts? Do you think you need enough respect?
Say the championship fights, and are you confident that you can avoid some of the delays and so forth that happen?
September, October. But more likely for this weight class, September.
Where are you looking at staging the finals at?
It depends also on the opponent, of course. So it's a big fight next week. We had a great time in New Orleans. We had a great time in Lafayette. We'll see when we know what the final is. We go to some interesting places. Last year we went to Saudi Arabia. We don't rule out anything.
Regis, how much are you enjoying this tournament?
I love it. For me, it's perfect. Since I started boxing, I always wanted to test myself. Always. I always wanted to put myself in. My first manager, I used to tell him, look, throw me in there with a dog. I don't care. Throw me in there with a dog, and I guarantee I'm gonna come out on top. So for this tournament, it's the best people fighting the best. This man here is not a loser. This man is a world champion. The fight before that, it was former world champion. So I want to fight real good opponents, because at the end of the day, I just think that people judge you on, who you fight. It don't matter. Of course they have champions, but that's not really that good because they're fighting nobodies. Not saying nobodies, but they're not fighting the competition that I'm fighting. With me, this tournament is perfect for me because it's my mindset. The best people fighting the best. You have to prove yourself. So that's why I entered into the tournament. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
So with you being 24-0 with 20 knockouts, just won another title tonight, do you think you get enough respect?
You know what? I think so. Yeah, I think so. I feel like now it could be an argument to put me on pound for pound. Now, after that, like I said, this dude, look who I'm fighting. you know, world champion, former world champion, undefeated fighter. Who else at my division right now is doing that? I don't think nobody else is doing that right now. If you look at the other people who they fighting, they're not fighting what I'm fighting. It's all about your competition. So, you know, so I think I should get some. I think I should definitely get some real respect after this fight.
But if you look at, that's where I'm jumping on that. If you look at the first season, and you look at the cruiserweights, you look at Usyk, who went and fought on pay-per-view in a huge fight in the UK. He's now got a massive deal in the States with DAZN. You look at Callum Smith, he's a pay-per-view fight in the UK now, won the super middleweights last year. The whole purpose, and that's why you've always got to put, for both guys, for everyone who's gone into the tournament, is there's no avoiding people. You know, there's no decisions. You know, we had a long story with Baranchik, didn't want to go to Glasgow at the end. You know, you fight where the tournament takes you, and that is what you signed up for. And that's what you give credit to the guys who are in it. They put everything on the line, but the winner takes it all because he is, without a doubt, the best of the best. So the one thing I would correct you on this evening, you said one thing before, you said that you'll see what deals best. You have a great team with, with Sam and with Lou. They'll find, the deals will come to you. It won't be them telling the deal. You'll be the one saying the deal, because the situation, that's why Lou, I think, put you in the tournament, is it puts you on a platform second to none. The Champions League of boxing, the winner is, you can talk about belts all night long, the winner of the Ali Trophy is unique. And he's the one who dictates who he fights next and where the money is. That's the thing. Everyone, and Lou is one of the best promoters around, who will find the right path after the tournament, which will be an absolute superstar. I mean, the way he fought tonight, you talk about, I hate the word pound for pound, because pound for pound, look at some of the smaller weights, not even mentioned. It's always about the weights that in the States of pay-per-view fights. A lot of guys aren't even mentioned on the pound for pound. This guy is already on the pound for pound for me. And he's an amazing, amazing talent. You know, that is something we saw tonight, and he will go out this tournament. If he wins it, an absolute superstar. Whoever wins the tournament is a superstar. End of.
You know, pound for pound doesn't pay the bills, but it does say a little bit about legacy. And honestly, like, if anyone that's going to be writing up their top 10 pound for pound list at this point that doesn't have this man on it, at least moving into it and up it, isn't paying attention. He is one of the 10 best pound for pound fighters in the world right now, and he's just going to keep rising up that list with a bullet because he can do everything.
Question
And
is
my pound for pound paying the bills. I lied.
This question's for Bobby. What attributes, putting your trainer's hat on, what attributes does a fighter need to beat a Josh Taylor?
You have to see.
Well, not talking in particular.
He still has to beat Baranchik.
Yeah.
Well, not talking in particular to your fighter, but in your mindset, what does a fighter need to do?
He has holes. Everybody has holes. My job is to sit down and break him down, which I like doing that. So I watch so much tape on Relikh that I hated watching him, but I mean, he's good. Relikh was good. Josh Taylor's good. Baranchik's good. But you know, Regis can do everything. He can adjust to every situation. So it's me sitting down and we work on. Regis doesn't watch any tape, but me sitting down watching the tape and breaking down little stuff that he does, and trying to capitalize on it, which Regis did tonight with Relikh. So now I go, whoever wins the next fight, I sit down and watch 10 million hours of tape.
Bobby, can you talk about how Regis has progressed from when you started with him to where he's at now?
When I first started training him, he was just a beast. I mean, literally, he would just walk everybody down. He wanted to fight every day. Every time he come to the gym spar, he just hands up and just beat you down. But then we started working, I realized he's special. He's got really good eyes and good defense. He didn't have to get hit. He has days in the gym where he doesn't get touched. So that's, to me, is like, okay, tonight he mixed it in. He mixed his defense with his offense, and that's where he needs to be.
Let's have a last question, yeah.
First off, I want to say congratulations. And where would you want your next fight to be?
My next fight, you know what? Bring it back to New Orleans, right? We might as well bring it back to New Orleans. Oh, I was hearing about Dubai, maybe London. We don't know, but if I had a choice, put it in New Orleans. Thank you, London.
All right, thank you everybody. Let's say thank you to Chico Rivas,
Thank you,
Kiryl
Chico.
Relikh,
Thank you, Carl.
Rudy Bella,
Happy birthday, Bobby!
Bobby
Happy
Ben,
birthday,
Kala